Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes.
So you are audible, sir?
Yes. Your voice is clear.
Yes, sir. So we make you as a presenter and
Okay.
present your slides.
Okay. So I'll share my.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is visible to you?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. Okay. Should I start?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Okay. Okay. So good afternoon, all of you. Okay. So I'm Dr. Devashish Das from IIT Jodhpur. Okay. Now I'm going to present the one topic related to the blockchain. Okay. So IoT security issue using blockchain and smart contract. Okay, so basically the blockchain is and the technology is and the basically the securing the information as well as efficiently stored the information, and this is the one technology which is based on the concept of a smart contract as well as the proof of work. Okay, as well as consensus algorithm. So these are the part of the blockchain, and blockchain basically the chain of the block, and each block we can create the any block, and in general the blockchain is a two type: private blockchain and public blockchain. Okay, so basic idea, most probably all of you know the what is the in my first lecture also I already explained the what is the basic understanding about the blockchain. Okay, some of the concept I also explain here in the related to the blockchain. But IoT security using the blockchain means the IoT devices are, it is on the any object connected to the internet. It is known as the Internet of the Things. Okay, and any object when connect, the security is then the more concern. Okay, because they can transmit, they can send or transmit, they can receive, they can distribute the multiple information. Okay, so if the channel is secure, then there is a possibility the information is on the directly transmit to the other user, and as well as the it is basically the all user or authenticated user receive the information. Okay, not the intermediate person or somewhere someone is received the information. Okay, and somehow the attacker is not able to accept the information. Okay, or access the information. Okay, so that's why the IoT devices with the security is and the more important concern. But what is the challenges? Challenges is in this case IoT devices is lightweight devices. So what is the lightweight? So all of you know lightweight means basically in the terms of computation power is very less, communication range also less. Okay, and somehow internet through the internet connection, so it is communication is not an issue, but computation power is very less. Okay, as well as the storage capacity also very less, battery power consumption also the low, but the battery capacity also very less. Okay, so like the large number of challenges is there. In general, the main challenges is related to the your computation power and related to the your storage capacity. Okay, so these devices are, but in the real life application, it is on the important devices, most important devices in our real life application. Okay, so like a smartphone also belongs to the IoT category. Okay, somehow the smart sensor also belongs to the IoT category. Okay, so these are the basically a thing. Okay, so how we'll identify and how we'll apply the blockchain there, because blockchain, it is in general the blockchain means it is in the one technology which is based on the four characteristics. It is immutable, decentralized, okay, and it is secure, as well as it is the transparent. Okay, but block creation, it will take the time. Okay, and blockchain server creation, okay, or somehow the blockchain creation basically it will take the time. Okay, so IoT devices in the traditional computer is also the time consuming process in the case of blockchain creation. Okay, so then if it is the complicated, okay, or it will take the more time, so then IoT devices are our lightweight devices. Okay, so then if we directly apply the blockchain concept there, so it is the time consuming process. Okay, if the time consuming process and more computation and more energy loss, so then it is not a suitable. Okay, so somehow traditional blockchain is not suitable for IoT application. Okay, so then in the last talk, I already explained in the blockchain, we can modify something in the consensus algorithm, okay, as well as the smart contract. Okay, so when you want to design something, okay, so consensus algorithm means basically agreement. So you have to change your agreement, as well as in the smart contract, because smart contract means your smart contract thing, okay, and which is basically directly aligns to the your IoT devices, and it will take the less time, okay, less time, less computation. The how will change, so this one I'll explain. Okay, so any doubts regarding this? So why the directly blockchain, we are not able to use the blockchain in the case of IoT? In the case of other application you can use, but in the case of IoT application it is not suitable. So that's why we have to change on, and we have to modify the some some algorithm in the case of a smart contract. Then we directly apply this thing is into the blockchain, means in the case of IoT application or in the case of IoT security. Any query, any question from the audience? Okay, so then these are the basically, okay, so now, so IoT is under basically it is in the new concept now. Nowadays it is very important concept, okay, and it is basically the IoT was first considered is in the year of the 1999, and any object, so here multiple objects, this is smart cycle, this is smartphone, this is smart key, all these things, smart telephone, smart fridge, okay, smart smart TV, okay, smart car, so all these things, smart fan, all these things connected, so all these things represent as an object, if the any object with the internet connectivity, and this is known as the internet of the things. Okay, so here the network of devices able to, what is the benefit for devices able to configure themselves automatically? So through the program they configure themselves, generate, process and exchange the data. Okay, they can exchange the data, generate the data, and require the services and start in the action without human interaction of the many level. Okay, so they can take the own action without intervention of the human effort. Okay, now the important area of the research in the case of IoT, as well as not only the research, as well as the teaching, as well as the industry also working on it. Okay, so like the smart devices, sensor in real life, so and then the energy savings. So these are the more of the important research area, as well as the research area for the academic. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee, these are the connectivity. Okay, also the sometime it is required. And nowadays also the IoT with the big data concept, IoT with machine learning, predictive analysis, these are the also the research challenges for the academia as well as the industry. Okay, industries also identified the large number of the challenges and they are working on it, and they also develop the some of the smart devices. Okay, and now these are the related to the communication, prediction, computation. Okay, but here another challenges is on the security, privacy, trust, authenticity or identity, anonymity. So these are the also the challenges in the case of IoT devices. So our objective in this talk is, okay, computation thing is there also, communication thing also there, but our main focus on the security, trust, privacy, authenticity. Okay, and using the blockchain will resolve this means will secure our network. Okay, using the IoT network, basically using the blockchain, and also satisfied the following requirements: security, privacy, trust, authenticity and anonymity. Okay, now the security requirement for the IoT devices, why it is important? Because they can change the large number of information. Okay, because these are the, what is the benefit? Because just I explain here, they generate, process and exchange the data as well as. Okay, okay, so then in this case the authenticity of the devices, it is important thing. Okay, then the confidentiality, okay, also the important parameter. Okay, so sender side encrypt the information. Okay, only the correct receiver or authenticate user is able to decrypt the information. Security nodes of the key leakage. Okay, so there is in the key leakage also the trust relationship between the user also the strong. Okay, so in general the four property just I already explained the last lecture. Authenticity is important, data integrity is also important, confidentiality important, and then the service provide to the service and to the appropriate environment also the important. Okay, there is a possibility that some information leakage means there is another compromise this thing. Okay, so there is a possibility for the attacks. Okay, now security issue for the IoT devices. What are the security issue? First is on the some different, because sometimes it is issue, these issues are not for the all devices. Some of the devices for the some of the different application purpose their issues are there. Okay, so like the not reachable thing. Okay, mostly disconnected, like the some thing like in the case of smart agriculture, we are using the IoT devices for the soil profile management. We are using the IoT devices for the IoT or sensor type of devices for the growth prediction of the seed. Okay, as well as we use the insect detection or prediction using the IoT devices. So this is in the case of your agriculture field. So agriculture field in general, this is the large number of disconnectivity is there. So this is the challenge in the case of IoT devices, because their deployment is not all time in the city environment. There is in the outside of the city, like in the case of your agriculture field or in the case of your battlefield also. Okay, so in the case of border area. Okay, so there is another. So how we?
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, most of people are using 4G. How to get prevent from 5G uses?
Yes, 4G, most of the people is, but here not required the 5G concept. This talk is, last one is on the based on the 5G concept, but this talk is on the related to the IoT. Okay, but this is a general question. Okay, so but in this case, most of the user is on the now in our country only the 4G implementation is there. Okay, when they want to switch to the 4G to 5G, then whole infrastructure also they have to change. Okay, and they also like the in the case of when they convert from 3G to 4G, then the SIM also, the mobile SIM also different. Okay, so in the case of when the 5G will come, then also something change in your SIM. Okay, as well as the network connectivity as well. Okay, and deployment of the base station also the large number of means reduce the number of base station as well. Okay, and you are basically the 5G and basically the objective is then the reduce the number of base station and increase the connectivity, and large number of the workload 5G is working is on the efficiently. Okay, so that's why the low delay and your high throughput base network. Okay, but cost wise it is too high. Okay, so this is the basically application oriented. So only any mobile user, 4G user, only change their SIM card as well as they connected to the 5G environment. But before that, the 5G environment, when our government or basically the service provider want to implement the 5G, they have to change their infrastructure. Okay, like the base station. Okay, like the tower in our case. Okay. So, any more doubts?
No, sir. Thank you. It's a question from our participants. Dr. R.K. Sleeves. Hope they understand. Okay. Thank you, sir. Continue.
Okay. 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 So then there is a possibility, but these are the basically some challenges. Okay. So first one is in general we are trying to connect them. Okay. So that's why the 5G technology, or we want the future network technology. Okay. But the some of the cases this not reachable thing and most of the disconnected. Okay, then there is the basically can be a lost and stolen device, sometimes the small devices, so there is a possibility to then the stolen device or sometimes lost the devices. Okay, resource constant, this is important because the no processing power for the cryptography. Okay, crypto means basically the like if you want to generate the one big cryptographic pseudo random number, okay, and 2 to the power 50. Now like you want to apply the strong encryption algorithm like the ECC with the 512 bit. Okay, not ECC. What is this? There's RSA with the 512 bits. Okay, so then the computation cost is on the resource constant. So computation is on the too high. Computation cost is on the too high. Okay, so then automatically slow the process. So we have to think when our application is IoT devices, related to the IoT devices. So then this is basically we consider the sum of the lightweight algorithm. Okay, so not like any algorithm can execute in the IoT device, but your resources are constant. So as soon as possible, if you apply, then as soon as possible it is finished. Okay, resources mean the terms of energy, in the terms of computation. Okay, so and it will take the more time. Okay, and so these are in general the challenges, but more constant and apply the security thing using the blockchain. So this is the main challenges. Okay, now the 70% of the IoT devices are vulnerable to the attacks. Okay, because what is the problem here? Because large number of devices are there in our smart city or smart application, but the authentication process is not stronger. Okay, as well as the privacy concern also not there. Okay, and encryption scheme they applied, but it is not stronger. Okay, so that's why, because due to this resource constraint, because they want the resource constraint lightweight thing, and they also provide the multiple functionality. Okay, so that's why the encryption is there, but it is not strong. But okay, a lack of mutual authentication thing. Okay, insecure updates. Okay, so through this thing the devices are vulnerable. So somehow using the blockchain we are able to resolve this of the concern. Okay, or issues. Now IoT devices security issue, more of the challenges is on the traditional network security. So these are all IoT devices, they created the dense network. Okay, wide range of the communication protocol is there, a standard is there, device capability is there, but also the large number of, it is because lightweight network, so that's why it is very complex. Okay, and it is the main issue. Okay, so how we'll resolve this complexity and using this blockchain. Okay, so now in the IoT thing is the most important thing is on the IoT authentication. So authentication means in the case of any IoT device, first authenticate, then he is able to communicate with each other. Like if we assume the identification number of the mobile phone is on the mobile number, so it is on the unique identification number, but somehow you initially register this thing, then you generate this thing. Okay, like you fill up the form and finally generate the one identification number. So like this way, in the case of any IoT devices in general have this type of authentication scheme. Okay, so in our case, some of the devices we have when you want to buy any IoT devices, you have to register through the online. Okay, and using your user ID, password. Okay, and generate the one key, and through the key you can communicate to each other. So in the IoT authentication also the important thing. So when we authenticate through the user, not only the user ID and password is not a suitable input, we can include some more thing. Okay, more parameter, which is basically increase the authenticity of the IoT devices. Okay, IoT standard is the most important. Okay, so that's why through the standard we can authenticate all IoT devices. So all IoT devices initially we are applying the authenticity thing. Okay, and most of the authentication is embedded sensor. Okay, because the device to device communication is possible when the two vehicles, inside the vehicle we have the IoT device, two vehicles want to communicate to each other, then what is in this case vehicle identity through the identification number. Okay, so then second user, or when the one vehicle sends a message to another vehicle is also check the identity of the user, it is correct or not. Okay, nowadays the IoT communication is not based on the 5G based communication. Nowadays it is the centralized concept is 4G based concept. I will explain also here. Last lecture is based on the distributed concept, but this is basically the centralized concept. Okay, and And but in the case of blockchain, when you apply the blockchain, then you have to convert into the basically distributed. Otherwise, you directly not able to directly apply the blockchain thing. Okay, so IoT authentication is important. IoT encryption is also important, but in the case of authentication also, not only not only username and password is not a suitable parameter for authenticity. If you include the more parameter, then they increase the your security level. Okay, so but when you include the more parameter, then the more computation, but you have the lightweight. So you have to think what type of parameter when you use, okay, which is increase the security level but decrease the computation cost. Okay, means your performance also too high. So this is the challenges in the case of IoT application, in the case of IoT authentication. Okay, you can increase the security in the case of traditional computer. In the case of server, you can directly apply the blockchain, and with the strong concept of smart contract, so no attacker can attack and no information can leak. But this type of implementation is not possible in the case of IoT devices, because your IoT devices are lightweight. When you consider this thing, so then your whole network is under damage, because the lightweight computation cost is and the computation is and the power is very low. Okay, and same thing in the case of encryption. Now, in the case of traditional computer, you can directly apply the asymmetric key, symmetric key algorithm, like the 1024 bit, okay, key size, okay, and you're also you can use the RSA algorithm. Then you can apply in the case of cloud application, in the case of your like big data analytics, or in the case of server-based communication. But those type of algorithm is you can apply here, but not suitable due to the constant nature of the your this devices. Okay, so that's why we have to think, but we want the high level of security. Okay, how we maintain, this is the main challenges in the case of IoT devices. Okay, so first one IoT authentication, second one is IoT encryption, and IoT means this IoT key generation also. Okay, so public key infrastructure, through this infrastructure you can generate, distribute and manage the keys. Okay, process is strong, then your security level is also too high. Okay, so like in the case of ECC or RSA, you check their key generation PQ is, and the random number is there, pseudo random number, and they generate the keys. Okay, but this key generation process also take if the strong key generation means is strong, increase the security level. Okay, but not only key generation, as well as some process, some operation is required. Okay, but here it is not possible, because our computation capacity means our devices are constant. Okay, so these are the three challenges. Okay, in the case of any IoT devices. Okay, one is authentication, IoT encryption, and IoT PKI. But these three is important for the increasing or enhance the security level of any application. But these three we have the constant, because we directly not apply any strong algorithm for this. So we have to change but we have to satisfy these three challenges. Okay, using some other concept. Okay, so what is the concept? I'll explain. Okay, now this is a strong research area. Okay, and if you implement something like the lightweight authentication scheme for IoT, then also it is a strong work. Okay, nowadays NSF, they $1 billion they call for proposal for IoT authentication or IoT device, lightweight algorithm, lightweight cryptography. They mention the name is lightweight cryptography. So you can, if you have this good idea, strong idea, you can directly submit to the NSF. This is the open call for the worldwide. Okay, so this is the IoT related thing. Okay, so IoT encryption also, you can include your concept also related to the encryption, or you can create the three concept also, not only authentication, encryption, as well as the PKI as well. Okay, and you can make the strong proposal, as well as our METI government, as well as the DST. Okay, MHRD also, they have the large number of calls for the IoT security. and it is not mandatory you are either you are a student or you are the faculty, you are eligible for this call. Okay, so if you have the proposal, you can they have the specific format, so you can submit. So this is related to the security issues in the case of IoT devices. Okay, and directly in the call they mention the lightweight. In the case of NSF USA, they directly mention the lightweight cryptography for the lightweight devices. Okay, so but means this is the more challenging job. Some of the researchers they tried. They also, some of the researchers they already have the some of the results, but till now there is in the room for the improvement. Okay, so now the security issue for the IoT devices. Security issues is basically the cause of the scale and scope of the IoT deployment. Okay, scale means basically our devices are lightweight. So low energy and lightweight in the terms of resources. Okay, so that's why it is not possible directly apply all these things. Strong authentication, strong encryption, and a strong PKI is not possible. Lightweight in the terms of resources. So IoT devices must be allocated the most of the available resources, executing in the core application functionality and supporting the security and privacy in the main challenges in this case. So security privacy means basically now we consider everything is clear. Security and privacy in IoT means IoT authentication, encryption, and PKI. These three things. Okay, and these three things is related to your fourth property of the security. You know, the fourth property means authentication, okay, confidentiality, integrity, and service and availability. Okay, security issues for the IoT devices. Most of the IoT specific threat will be drive and involve the security solution mainly of the new cryptographic parameters and blockchain based application. Okay, so why new type of security solution is required? Why AES algorithm is not suitable for this? Why symmetric key based asymmetric key based algorithm is not suitable for this? As well as now a attacker also the very means intelligent. Okay, so through this now there's another challenge is unknown attacker. We know the DOA attack means attacker behavior, this type of behavior of the attacker. Okay, replay attack means behavior of the attacker is like this. But if you don't know the attacker, how your security scheme is and the directly protect from this type of attack. Okay, so then traditional algorithms are not suitable. Okay, so that's why the blockchain, not blockchain, new cryptographic primitives based blockchain concept, which is basically resolve these issues. Okay, so you have to change something and integrate something in your smart contract, and you make your smart contract as possible, means as intelligent as. Okay, so blockchain technology, what is the problem in the case of blockchain to attempt this? So what is the problem? Okay, now we mentioned okay, blockchain is a somehow important technology to solve these issues. Okay, but they are the constant device. But what is the problem? Means if directly we apply the blockchain, just I already explained the not directly suitable, but again I'll explain in detail. What is the problem that the blockchain attempt to solve this problem? A blockchain technology we directly apply in the case of IoT application. Then what is the problem? Problem is in the like integrity of the ledger, cryptographic hash function, authenticity of the transaction. So here also your elliptic curve cryptography and digital signature they are using. Okay, so in the blockchain, role of the cryptography in the case of blockchain. So when you implement the blockchain, these operations are mandatory. Similar type of operation. Now for this example, we are using these are the operations. Okay, so now in this case, a blockchain is appended only the distributed ledger that stored the time-oriented set of the fact and transaction. Okay, so you know that in the case of blockchain, the list of the transaction with the transaction ID, and also create the hash, apply the hash function, generate the hash using the Marklet tree. They generate the whole this thing. Now the transaction is grouped into the block, and from the cryptographic hash chain, hence the name is in the blockchain. Okay, so block is there. Now role of the cryptography in the blockchain. So integrity of the ledger, when we apply the integrity thing of the ledger, then we using the cryptographic hash function like the SHA-1, SHA-2. Authenticity of the transaction, we are applied the elliptic curve signature. Privacy of the transaction, we apply the pseudo crypto tools. Okay, pseudomity through the crypto tools. Identity of the participant and cryptographic signature, and ability and transparency, we are using the cryptographic hash chain. So this thing in a blockchain means when you want to create the blockchain, all these operations are you have to perform. But in the case of traditional computer, it is okay. In the traditional other application, it is okay, and it is costly. Okay, it is not like the low cost. Okay, it is costly, but this thing is under you have to do. But in the case of lightweight device like the IoT device, we cannot perform the all these direct operations. You can perform, okay, but your cost is too high. Your device also not compatible because lightweight device. Okay, so exploit the advanced cryptographic technique and trust in blockchain shifted to the technology. Okay, so now, so here the connected market is on the network. Okay, then this is on the network is connected to the participant. So these are the basically some terms. Okay, transaction means exchange the asset. Okay, so now ledger means basically the I already, this is a storage thing or database basically. Okay, now multiple ledger, they connected to each other, and this is on the multiple storage. Okay, and using the blockchain we can create the security. This is the example. Okay, so now, so this 4 property you have to change. Okay, so modify. Okay, so blockchain means when you apply in this case of IoT, then you have to change all this thing. Okay, now the 4 thing in the case of blockchain, one is on the replicated to the ledger. Okay, basically the storage related or transaction all stored in it. Cryptography means integrity of the ledger, authenticity, privacy. Consensus protocol, consensus means the agreement between the participant. It is also decentralized thing, and business logic. Okay, so now in the blockchain, in the IoT thing, okay, blockchain is specific the complex transaction, and we can use the blockchain for the financial assets management. We can use the blockchain for the property management, property record, or real estate thing, all in the case of logistic as well. Okay, but you're satisfied the 4 requirement of the blockchain, basically the distributed thing. Okay, and as well as the your thing is on the immutable, transparency, and as a security and privacy thing is also there. Okay, now the blockchain features. Okay, so these are the features, same thing. Okay, no centralized control. Okay, and now your blockchain basically in general the 2 types. One is on the public, second one is on the private. Okay, and your ledger with the multiple category, this thing is not required. So this is the general structure of the any blockchain header and the previous header blockchain version. Okay, NBIT. So last time I already explained this thing. Okay, here the multiple transactions, they connected to each other. Okay, now this is the Marklet tree. Okay, all transaction with transaction ID, transaction information, they then directly perform the hash operation. Okay, this hash operation related to the what? For the, in the case of blockchain, it is basically authenticity, integrity. This is using the cryptographic hash function, and authentication, they are using the ECC algorithm in general. Okay, so you can change the algorithm as well. Okay, and blockchain, so blockchain block, sequence of the signed and verified transaction, and published and distributed globally. Okay, there's some magic number or some pseudo random number is there. Header, and these are the concept in general. Timestamp is there, as well as the mining operation. Okay, for the mining there's the nonce, and number of list of the transaction is there. Okay, this is the basically concept. Okay, and direct application in the IoT. Okay, if the blockchain is directly applied to the IoT, just I already explained that these are the features of the blockchain in details. Okay, and now if we directly, is the blockchain is directly applied to the IoT? No. Why? Because desirable properties is in the distributed protocol, verifiable transaction history, dynamic membership, and multi-party signature. Okay, and as well as the require the proof of work, require the PKI, okay, and as well as the size of the laser in the issue for the small devices, okay, and as well as the anonymous thing, join and leave operation, because we mentioned that in the case of blockchain, okay, blockchain is create the multiple block, but IoT device initially switch on, they connected, after that switch off, they disconnected, they also the disconnected, multiple things is there, okay. So then these are the basically some desirable property, some undesirable property. So directly we can't apply the blockchain, as well as it is a large number of operations, okay. So now require for the proof of work, okay, it is mandatory, blockchain means proof of work, so eliminate the understanding property, so require the proof of the earliest participant using the history, okay. So then this thing is not required. PKI thing, so PKI thing, it will take the time, because I mentioned is create, generate, okay, keys and manage the keys. So then we directly apply the hash marklet tree, then which is and other marklet tree like scheme, okay. So direct hash based signature, hash is, and the computation cost is very less compared to the traditional encryption or decryption, okay. Now in the case of size of the small devices, so we can compress the ledger, okay. Ledger is on the basically the database, so we can compress the ledger and maintain the driver device relevant transaction ledger when the device is on the 2 recess constant, okay. And now here we are using the group signature in the case of anonymous thing, join and leave operation, so group signature using the pre-shared group key, okay. So using this modification, there is a possibility, okay, I mean, it is mandatory to it will work in the case of IoT devices. When you modify this thing, then your blockchain will work in the case of your IoT devices, also satisfied the all requirement, okay. This is the hash chain basic concept, okay. So this thing is under, okay. Now this is the block and all these operations, okay. Now towards the next generation of the blockchain, okay, so Bitcoin NG for the, now the Bitcoin protocol is under, the Bitcoin protocol is there for the traditional blockchain. So if you directly apply the simple Bitcoin protocol, then it is also not work in the case of IoT devices. So then some of the scientists, they developed the one protocol, this is known as a Bitcoin NG, okay, for IoT devices. So Bitcoin is suitable for the all devices, okay, not suitable for IoT devices. Why not? I'll explain, okay. Previously I mentioned the blockchain, now the Bitcoin is on the one protocol for the blockchain, and now it is basically the public thing, okay, and it is basically Bitcoin is not suitable for the IoT applications, okay, due to the nature of the IoT devices, okay. So that's why some scientists developed the Bitcoin NG protocol, okay, just 2 years back, okay, and they basically tried to this Bitcoin NG protocol is work in the case of IoT environment, okay. So what is Bitcoin NG, I'll explain, and working in the case of IoT environment, okay. So I'll explain the first Bitcoin, what is the Bitcoin and why Bitcoin is not working in the case of IoT environment, and Bitcoin is a protocol of your blockchain and more important public blockchain protocol, okay. Then I'll explain the Bitcoin NG, okay, what type of modification they did, then it is working on the case of IoT environment. Then we identified, okay, my research group, they identified basically at IIT, they identified the limitation of the Bitcoin NG, okay, and they also developed, we also developed the one protocol with the extended version of Bitcoin NG, and which is then the more efficient compared to the Bitcoin as well as the Bitcoin NG. So, and Bitcoin NG is suitable for IoT application as well as our protocol also more suitable for the IoT application, because some drawbacks we also resolve in the case of our protocol, okay. So I'll explain in this thing, okay, here. So now the cryptocurrency like the Bitcoin have the infrastructure. This is the pseudonymous online payment system, bank-to-bank settlement, cheap. Okay, so these are the basically device-to-device patent. Okay, so these are the different smart contracts. So these are the basically application. Okay. Is on the drive the blockchain protocol and inheritance is scalable and limit of the trade-off between the throughput and latency. Okay, so there is on the basically trade-off between the scalability is on the one problem in the case of Bitcoin because our devices are lightweight, and trade-off between the throughput and latency. Okay, so basically the main problem, and Bitcoin NG is on the next generation protocol, which is on the new blockchain protocol designed to scale. So their scalability is issue, and they try to improve the scalability, and this scalability is on the basically okay. So this scalability basically the based on the some modification in the case of Bitcoin NG. So Bitcoin NG basically the next generation is on the Byzantine fault tolerance blockchain protocol. Okay, and here they are basically modified the number of operation. Okay, number of operation inside the blockchain. Okay, inside the Bitcoin basically. Okay, so they also reduce the number of operation and also maintain the high level of security, and also the they also reduce the some computation cost and consequence delay. Number of operation in the case of traditional Bitcoin, they have the large number of operation. So Bitcoin NG they reduce the number of operation, and in the case of Bitcoin NG they also reduce the delay. Okay, so these three things is they implemented. Okay, in the case of Bitcoin NG using the their leader selection concept and modified into the consensus algorithm as well as. Okay, and smart contract and consensus algorithm both. Okay, so they modified this thing, and inside the this thing they also modified the leader selection concept. Okay, now this Bitcoin are not suitable for working in the IoT devices. Okay, due to the high computation power and high consequence delay. Okay, so current blockchain protocol like the Bitcoin is not suitable for this application. So then the Bitcoin NG basically reduce the high computation power and high consequence delay. Then the Bitcoin NG is under working in the case of blockchain environment. Okay, and now our objective is they already little bit modified. Now the challenges is and the again the computation cost is on the not too little bit less compared to the blockchain, but not too less. Okay, so that's why we again want to modify the blockchain NG. Okay, so in this we basically propose a new mechanism how we'll reduce this thing. I'll explain. Okay, so moreover the Bitcoin NG and Bitcoin they are not energy efficient as a mining block required to then the mining mechanism. Okay, and like protocol of the Bitcoin NG is designing to the reduce the consequence delay, but still they are the high computational power and high energy consumption. Okay, consequence delay they reduces. Okay, but still the high computation power is on the high as well as the high energy consumption. So our objective is basically reduce the consequence delay as well as the reduce the computation power and high energy consumption as well as the maintain the high level of security. Okay, so that's why we propose a new mechanism for the blockchain to reduce the consequence delay, reduce the energy consumption, and increase the throughput. How? A new leader selection scheme in the case of blockchain. Okay, so here we only propose the one leader selection where the mining operation is there. Okay, mining operation means basically the multiple nodes are there and nodes is able to select the one leader. Okay, using the your proof of work and as well as your consensus protocol and smart contract. So then our algorithm is we change the previous existing leader selection thing and we implemented and propose the new leader selection. Through this leader selection process, maintain the high level security sorry, as well as reduce the consequence delay, reduce the energy consumption and increasing the throughput. Okay, so now this is the basically concept. Okay, so here in the case of Bitcoin, they are using the proof of work leader selection concept. Okay, here they are using the key, and here so they already modified in the Bitcoin. And our case, we using the basically not key block, we are using the pseudo random number and hash based concept. Of Bitcoin 10 minutes, existing scheme also 3 minutes. In our case also time is also same. Okay, consequence time is same, but consequence delay will reduce. Okay, and number of operation in our case very lower. Okay, number of operation is very lower, and Bitcoin NG also they reduce the number of operation, but our case is under very less operation. So that's why the consequence delay also less, as well as the our performance is also the too high. Okay, so this is the basically concept. Okay, now we have applied this thing, the one work. Okay, so this is another, this one is another work. Okay, here we are using the hyperledger based blockchain concept. Okay, here we are using the number of hash function. Okay, and also this thing, the trade-off is there. Okay, but and we also perform the security analysis in the terms of traditional attacks. Okay, and we compare our scheme is basically suitable. Okay, compared to the all existing attacks. Okay, and as well as the performance wise too high. So here in this case we are using the key generation phase but lightweight because for the IoT devices, and device registration phase and device authentication. So 3 algorithms we design, and these are the lightweight algorithm. Okay, and then the this is basically the, and then we basically check, and this is the like the concept. So in our case data is like the data one, then from the data we convert the hash, integrate these two hash, finally like this type of information we want to store into the block based on the transaction. Okay, and our architecture basically we divided into the like this type of IoT architecture. Okay, multiple types of nodes. Okay, and we are using this 3 algorithm. Okay, all these 3 combined algorithm known as a BlockCom. This is for the communication. Okay, here we are using the transaction verification algorithm, store the blocks algorithm, and access the data algorithm. Okay, so these 3 algorithm in the terms of we modified this leader selection thing, as well as we have to modify the some part here. Okay, otherwise your performance is not good in the terms of security and this thing in the case of performance. Okay, so we also using in this work basically the PBFT. Okay, and we compared with some existing work. Okay, and we checked this tick means they protected existing work. They protected, these are the author name Lee. Okay, so they protected out of 8 attack, 5 attack they protected. This scheme, and this scheme. But our scheme protected from all types of the attacks. Okay, so security wise our scheme is, we already proved, this is basically means strong compared to the high level, maintain the high level of security. Okay, and performance wise internally we analyze all existing protocol. These 3 existing protocol is still data available. We analyze all blockchain protocols and we calculated the direct evidence and indirect evidence of the existing protocols. Okay, and we calculated that this whole operation when they perform they are using this number of the hash operation. Okay, they maintain the high level of security because protected, so that's why they are. But in our case, we are using the single hash operation. So one hash, if the computation cost is 50 millisecond, so in our case only 50 millisecond. Their case 600 with 50, multiply with 50. Okay, so this is the, in our case, the efficiency is there, and we compared and we prove it. Okay, so basically blockchain organization also accept this thing. Okay, they accepted this thing, this is also possible. Okay, and based on the performance we check and we compare our case, this is the time. Okay, and stored transaction thing. Okay, so this is the different graph. Proposed scheme, it is every time the less compared to the all existing scheme. Okay, direct evidence, in our case the direct evidence, indirect evidence relatively low. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so this is the basically this thing. This is another work, and previous work I already explained. This is basically the blockchain based concept, and this concept is your this one, improve the Bitcoin protocol. Okay, so this is the basically core research when you modify in the protocol, modification in the case of protocol, and the just I explained, this is the basically applied research where I modified the in the case of your specific application. Okay, so this application wise I change the algorithm. Okay, and here we measure the both thing, performance and security, both thing. Okay, and because here somehow we change our architecture, because proposed architecture is under somehow, because you have to deploy the all IoT devices. So IoT devices deployment based on the your requirement, your application. If your application is related to the sensor field, deployment is different, like the agriculture field. If your application is healthcare, so their case also different. If your application is on the smart transportation, then your deployment of the sensor devices are the different. Okay, so based on the this, and you have to change the in your algorithm. Okay, so otherwise, so verification thing is mandatory. How we store the all information, how access the information. So we change the all these things, because sometimes the verification process in the case of existing approach, they are very costly and it will take the more time. Okay, but our case it is very lightweight. Okay, so this is the in general concept. Nowadays it is the very hot topic. Okay, large number of opportunity in the case of your research, in the case of industry job. They want the IoT based application. Okay, or IoT based security application. Okay, if you have the blockchain knowledge, then it is very good, more preferable. Okay, otherwise traditional security in the case of IoT application is also very important. Okay, so this is the all this thing. If you have the any question, any query, then I'll be happy to answer those queries. Any query from the audience? Any questions related? You can write on the chat box as well.
Participant, if you have any query, please raise your hands so we can unmute you. Participants, if you have any query, please raise your hands so that we unmute you.
Any question, any query regarding the IoT security or blockchain or 5G technology, smart city?
If you have an audio problem, you can paste your query in chat box. Anyone have any query regarding these topic? Either you can raise hands or you can write your questions in chat box. Okay, I think, sir, there is no query.
Okay.
1 minute, sir, 1 minute. Please wait for a
Okay.
minute.
Oh, yes, no issue, no issue. That's why.
Sir, I have one query.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
Jyoti Yadav,
Yes, yes.
and my query was related to security of blockchain. So, as we know that blockchains are already so secured, so is there any scope for working in blockchain security as a part of research?
Yes, yes. You can continue with the. So first you check the how, means your research is basically blockchain. Two types of researches are ongoing. One is in the theoretical, means algorithmic part. Okay, and another one is the applied part. Okay. So
Okay.
if you are strong in algorithm design or data structure and algorithm, so you can
Okay.
focus on distributed algorithm. Then you can focus the
Okay.
theoretical part. Okay, and second one is on the applied part, like this one is applied basically. Okay, but I explained the two things, both things, but in general this is the applied thing, like the IoT application, banking application, like all banks are, they are working on the, they want to design the platform, blockchain based platform for the fraud detection. Okay. So fraud detection, but somehow the some little bit modification is required. Okay, so they want to concentrate on it. Some of the bank already implemented some of the part related to the blockchain, not the whole system. Okay, and as well as the some smart cities also in future there is a possibility for the blockchain thing.
Okay.
So
Sir, one more question was related to scalability. Like
yes.
there, I have been going through the literature, and there are many protocols that have been, designed and proposed by different researchers related to enhance the scalability or to increase the throughput of blockchain.
Yes.
But then, is there any way, like suppose I come up with some algorithm or some protocol for scalability, how do I go about validating or verifying the my algorithm? Should I check it on some application, or like how should I go about doing validation of the algorithm that will be developed?
Okay, good questions. Okay, so we already implemented the some of the algorithm. So first you algorithm that you implement your algorithm is any platform. Okay, like one example, last time we implemented the one algorithm, okay, for the new algorithm for blockchain, okay, for the your smart grid application. Okay, so we implemented the algorithmic part as well as the application part. So application part in our case is on the smart grid application. Okay, and our algorithmic part is on the, we want to design the own algorithm. Okay, so first we design the algorithm, then we create our platform, like we create the IoT based blockchain environment. And for the IoT purpose, we are using the Raspberry Pi, 20 Raspberry Pi for the implementation. And for the controller node, we create the 5 laptop for the controller node. Okay. And we create the distributed environment. First, we implement our algorithm on the this. Okay. Then we calculate the throughput and delay. Okay. As well as the some other performance measure. Then again, this is our thing is done. Then we check the implement the existing algorithm in our environment, like the 20 nodes plus 5 node, 25 node based concept, and we implement the their scheme, like the some literature. We identified the most popular literature, 2-3 literature. Then we implement their scheme also the same environment. Okay. Then we check the validity, because the same machine, same environment, if our scheme is better than the existing, then we can think, okay, some new one. If somehow something is, sometime it is not possible, the ability and the result is good. So then again we modify in our scheme.
Okay. So for testing purpose, then we can start with testing on a Raspberry Pi. So we can have some 5 to 10 Raspberry Pis in a network.
Yes, in a network, or otherwise.
But ideally, like how many nodes should we have in the distributed network for testing purpose?
Testing purpose, you can create the 4 nodes enough. 4 nodes and two controller nodes like this. Okay, but you have also have the some of the simulator. Okay, through the simulator, but simulator is basically blockchain related simulator, but it is little bit costly and it is a licensed person. Okay, and if you want to publish like the IEEE transaction or A-star type of conference, so they will not consider this simulation based implementation. Okay, so they consider the real life implementation. Okay, but your nodes is no issue. For nodes, there is a possibility when you increase the scale level in your architecture like the 200 node, then little bit change in your output, but not like the drastically change. Okay, little bit change in your case output, because when the large number node, then the interferences are more. Okay, so there is a possibility.
So that was only the hurdle that I was finding. Like when we implement blockchain solutions, then how do we really test it and validate it?
Yes. Okay, you can
sir.
create your own environment, but you have to implement the same environment, the existing approach as well. Otherwise, you are not compared.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Mr. Akshay Javed have also some queries. Mr. Akshay Javed.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, your voice is clear. Yes, please continue.
Sir, this is Akshay Jadhav.
Yes.
And my question is, how do you see the hardware availability and hardware readiness as far as blockchain implementation is concerned in IoT as well as 5G is concerned?
Okay. So like in the case of 5G network, so this is basically the strong type of network. If you have, then it's good. Okay, because the high-end server or high computation devices, then it is no issue. Blockchain, basically, when your performance, your computation power is too high, then blockchain implementation is too easy. Okay, but when your devices are the very low, like in the case of IoT devices, like large number of sensors type of devices, or Arduino or Raspberry Pi, then it is too difficult, because your server, when you want to create the blockchain or generate the blockchain, it will take the more time, because just I mentioned in the case of 10 minutes. Okay, so 10 minutes for the one is strong, when you have the strong server or like DGX type of thing. Okay, but in the case of your simple IoT device, it is difficult. Okay, so you directly apply this thing, it will working, but it will take the more time. So that's why you have to change in your case of smart contract. Okay, in your case of consensus algorithm, some modification, and you create the it is lightweight, because just in the talk I already explained these are the operation it perform, because like the large number of hash, when you perform the large number of hash and you compute your hash with the one pseudo random number, so pseudo random number generation also it will take the more time. Okay, so then you have to think and you have to modify in the case of IoT application. So Bitcoin protocol is not suitable. Bitcoin NG, through the Bitcoin NG you can implement the IoT application, or modified version of Bitcoin NG or similar type of concept. Okay, but hardware implementation, when you did, then it is, otherwise you can implement all these things, codes are available in the online simple blockchain implementation, but this is for your system, and this is the simple traditional blockchain. So this blockchain code is not suitable for all application, but somehow some of the thing all person copy and paste, apply for somewhere, but it is not correct. Okay, because application wise you have to change your code. Okay, and your devices is not a laptop every time. Nowadays laptop also high computation power, 20 GB RAM. Okay, like this. Okay, so then easily you implement in blockchain in your system, but in the real life application, all devices are not the highly computation power IoT devices. So that's why you have to modify in your algorithm, then you can apply for the blockchain for the IoT application. But in the case of 5G, you can apply in the case of 5G creation. But when the case of 5G thing, okay, so then you can, there's a possibility, okay, you can apply this thing. In the case of 5G means communication, then you have to think about your modification. But only 5G, then you directly apply the blockchain based concept. Okay, another question is on the implement the blockchain in the Hadoop and cluster. Yes, you can, but this is also possible, Hadoop thing. Okay, because Hadoop means cloud computing. Okay, so nowadays The era is cloud is also distributed in nature. Okay, so and your cloud environment, if you divide it into the cluster, and cluster are independent, and through the cluster, if you create the distributed environment, then you directly apply the blockchain. But you have to have the means this open cloud or free cloud is not suited for implementation. They will not give you the permission. Okay, so you have to purchase the sum of the part from the cloud or some access from the cloud service provider, either Amazon or Oracle Cloud or other cloud services. Then you can, or Google Cloud as well. Then you can perform this thing. But otherwise, some implementation, because they have some restriction. Okay, so it is not possible.
Okay, participant, if you have any more queries, you may ask. Raise your hands. Participant, if you have any query, you may write in chat box or you raise your hand. I think, sir, that's all from participant side. Thank you so much for your information and a good session. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
For the participant, we can assemble again at 2 p.m. for the next session. Till now, thank you so much.